Hi guys, welcome to another Idol Insider video. It has been forever since I started off my video with that. And yes, I'm doing an Idol Insider video today. I think it's been around 2 months since I've last uploaded an Idol Insider video. I'm just super excited. I've been uploading a couple of other videos for you guys, and I know that this was originally supposed to be starting off as a series, which was originally I planned to do back-to-back, but I actually wanted to upload a lot of other things along the way, so I hope you guys, do understand that. And I don't even think this is going to be a series anymore. I'm just going to be uploading it in episodes, and just every time you guys have a question on Idol Insider videos, I feel like that'll be more reasonable, because I know that even after I might end the Idol Insider series, there are going to be a lot of questions that you guys might have, so I'm just going to be leaving it open for all of your guys' comments, suggestions, and topics that you guys want to talk about. So today's topic, we are going to be talking about the special time of the month. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to be like, whoa, really? Isn't that like TMI? And I know that the males or guys who are watching, you guys are going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to leave now. That's awkward. But I just want to give you guys just the real facts of what idols go through, and it's something that girls go through in general, but I just want to talk about how idols deal with it, because there are situations that are going to be different. So I did want to talk about that, and I actually got a lot of questions on this topic. I think for each and every one of my Idol Insider videos, I've gotten a question on this topic and just questions about it. So I'm just going to be giving you guys the rundown. I'm going to be going through it and just trying to touch up on everything that you guys asked me. So hopefully this is really informative, and yeah, let's get to it. So the first thing is, how do idols cope when they have periods? Obviously training and practice. So I'm going to be talking about that. So when idols have to train and dance, but they're on their periods, it is a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, just doing a lot of activity in general is uncomfortable for whenever you're on your period, because you just don't feel like moving. You're just either be in your bed, watching Netflix or something. For me, I don't really have a lot of symptoms when it comes to periods, so I did have a really hard time, but I knew that a couple of my members had really bad symptoms, and we would always have to be practicing, and we would always have to be working. So it was actually really stressful on their body, and just stressful in general, because you gotta cope through with it. So what I'm talking about is when idols on their periods, they have to cope through with it. Either that they take the Advil or painkillers to just reduce the pain of cramps or any symptoms that they might have. You usually do have to deal with it. If it's really, really bad, you can ask your members, because this is what my members did, or one of my members asked, it's we're all practicing and it's time to practice, and one of the members today I have really, really bad cramps, if you guys can understand, I just kind of take it easy on the dance moves, but I'll try my best to just follow up with you guys. And for us, we understand, so we're just okay, yeah, just take it easy, just at least do a couple of dance moves with us. And yeah, so the problem happens when you have a teacher. So a teacher is actually going to be teaching you dance, and obviously you're not in the condition or the mood or 100%, to just be ready to actually dance and do the choreo. There are going to be a couple of teachers who might understand that, but most of the time, every female will go through this. So to them, it's okay, you know what, you just gotta toughen up, you gotta do it. It's just super hard when you're actually having to learn a choreography or in a lesson. Then for that time, you have to kind of just go through it. Unless it's really, really, really bad, then you tell them, but most of the time you cannot, that's not an excuse. It'll just be an excuse. So yeah, that's that. So other than training, when you're performing and you're on the stage, I feel you really just have to suck it up, because you're just gonna need to deal with it for 3 minutes. That you have to be kind of professional about it. It hurts, but you have to get through it. So I think that's a part that is kind of difficult when it becomes severe and you're in real pain, but you can't really show it. And yeah, Also, another question that I got is when it's a special time of the month, how do idols deal with the clothes that they're performing in? And this is actually a thing that I like remember because I've had this incident before. So all of the members had to wear white pants. You know, it was part of the outfit. We all had matching like outfits, so the outfit was white and we had to wear white pants, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't. It's the special time of the month, and I was freaking out. So in cases like that, you just have to try your best to like not make a big thing happen and just, you know, go through with it. It's just uncomfortable when you don't have an option to actually change into other clothes. But if you are not like matching with all the members, you guys have all different outfits, you can ask your stylist beforehand, which I did a couple of times before too. You can be like, oh, like I can't wear white today, and they'll know because all the stylists are usually girls, so they'll be like, okay, and then they'll just change like the bottom wear for you. So, and let's just say if it was like a white skirt, they'll just change it to like a black skirt. So in terms of that, if you tell them beforehand, they can change it. But if it's like an outfit that has already been set to go on a music show program that's happens to be white, then you just have to deal with it. And yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable because you're just like asking your members like, hey, like am I okay? Like can you check? And I know for a fact that I'm probably not the only one who has experienced this. You're always asking them to check if you're alright. Yeah. I think the also part that was kind of uncomfortable is that most of the times your managers and just staff might be male, and it's really hard to just like tell them that, oh, it's that time of the month. They obviously will do understand, but it's kind of like hard to bring it up in general. You might not be in a good mood, and like you might be just like really not feeling it, your body might be under the weather, and they might be like, oh, what's wrong? And sometimes you could kind of feel uncomfortable to tell them that it's that time of the month, and some people will understand, but I feel like a lot of girls do not just say that. So I feel like for me it's difficult when you have a lot of male people working with you because it's a topic that's kind of like iffy to talk about. So I feel like for me that was something that I personally was like really uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my god, my stomach hurts and I'm like really not in the mood. I need to like ask them to stop by the pharmacy or the 편의점 because I need to go get something. And yeah, there's been many cases. I'm like, oh, can you take me to the convenience store? And they'll be like, wow. I'm like, I need to go to the convenience store. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Then they'll be like, oh, okay. Another question that I got is, do companies force you to take pills? No, companies don't force you to take pills. I feel like that's just your own option to take pills. Either that it's pills to stop the period or just pills of like birth control, but it's all different. And no, the companies do not force you to do it. I have never heard of that before. I mean, there might be cases like that, but I've never heard of that before. And yeah, the problem is that it's a stressful work environment, and just being an idol is very stressful. So a lot of idols, they don't get their periods often sometimes. I'm not saying that it's for everybody. There are people who get it normally, but a lot of people they don't get it for months, and obviously it's really unhealthy for the body, and that's because to severe dieting and just like stress and work conditions that they're not used to, like their body's not used to. And when this happens, they either go to the doctor and then just try to get it taken care of. Some girls just try to weigh it out, but I feel like that is the one thing that I was really concerned about, because one of my members didn't get it for like almost like half a year, like 6 months, and I was like, oh my god. And then she's like, yeah, like I don't know what to do. And I was like, dude, you have to go to the hospital, like that's pretty severe. So I know that a lot of idols go through that, and you know, it just kind of sucks because you're not allowed to do things naturally. Like you're dieting, you know, you're putting your body into harsh conditions. So that is one thing that was probably really difficult, like, and watching at the same time is you have to have it. That's like a way that it shows that your body's healthy. So yeah. Another thing that for me personally, I actually started getting more symptoms or more severe symptoms when I was an idol was that I started to get like more cramps. I didn't get cramps before and I was like, okay, maybe it's just this month, but I feel like after like I got a lot of like stress and I was just put under a lot of pressure and my body was just really tired, I feel like for me those symptoms became more severe, or I got to get those symptoms. So for me, I started to get more cramps and I was like, oh man, my body is like really not good right now, and I realized that. So I'm pretty sure actually a lot of females will relate to this just in general, not just in the idol scene, but when you're stressed and your body's stressed, you are going to be having more severe symptoms. And yeah, so out of the three, I've actually got questions on that too as well. Out of those three, what do Koreans or just like idols use in general? I can't really even say like idols, but in Korea almost 95%, that's like just in my brain, but almost 95% of people use pads. So I feel like just like menstrual cups and tampons are kind of a little bit foreign to Koreans in general. There are people who obviously will use it, but I would have to say they use pads. And I know people are going to be like, okay, like isn't that going to be really uncomfortable when you're like moving around a lot and you have to dance but you're wearing pads? It is uncomfortable, but I feel like you just kind of adjust to it like you just adjust to anything else. So I don't know if I touched up on everything that I wanted to talk about. I think I did touch up on most points, so I hope you guys liked this video. And yeah, it was actually a video that I thought a lot about because I was like, I don't know, you know, it's probably not going to be some type of people's like cup of tea, you know, but there was a lot of people who were interested in as well. So I really did want to just inform you guys on just my personal experience and just the experiences of members or people that I've seen dealing with it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next time for an Idol Insider video, I hope you guys are ready. Also, I would like to say happy 2019. I am so excited to spend another year with you guys, and yeah, let's kill it.